Hey everybody, what's up? This is Nitra. I'm here for the season premiere of Mary Mary review. The season 5, episode 1. It wasn't a whole lot in this episode. I think it was basically just a pickup episode left over from last season. Not gonna go over everything, just some things that stood out to me. It opens up with Warren at a restaurant, and he was meeting the guy Tubby from Sony. And once Tubby got there, they basically he wanted to know what was going on with the Marys and when the album was coming. Um, and basically, what I got from the conversation is Sony is ready for a Mary Mary album, but they are both doing individual projects. It's like Erica's on board to do it, even though she's solo, but Tina's just getting started. In this premiere with her solo, she's um, trying to prepare for tour, and she's not interested in doing a Mary Mary album or really anything dealing with Mary Mary. And basically, the guy was letting him know that he needs to handle his business because he's the one that put the group together, and Warren is just, looking really stressed out. Um, Next, we see Gugu has opened up a shop or a boutique, and she has some pieces there, and Tina comes in to try out some pieces for her upcoming tour, and basically was speaking on that she has put on a significant amount of weight, and she's not really comfortable with herself, and basically she tried on a dress, didn't care for it, then she found one she said she liked, and that Teddy would like. Um, Next, also we see in this episode, Mitch is calling Warren Studio. He really wants to talk to him, but the assistant, just said Warren was busy, and Mitch is just, anxious to speak to Warren and saying it's urgent, but he knows it's bad blood between them. Um, we also see with that situation, Mitch basically comes to the studio. The assistant let Warren know. Warren says, he want to put hands on Mitch for how he treated Erica, and he doesn't care to do any business with him or deal with him. And I would say they all owe each other an apology. They all had a part in the demise of that relationship, not just Mitch. Um, he eventually tells the assistant Mitch can come in, but he has Mitch waiting for hours. If I was Mitch, I would have left because in this season, Warren is the one that needs the coins because he's talking about he can potentially lose his house. Not that Tina really cares, as we see. We also see Warren speak with Erica. A manager or agent or someone calls and wants them to do a Mirror Mirror show. She basically says yes before even talking to Tina. And Warren is looking at her like, how are you making decisions? And you ain't talked to Tina and you know how she is. And her thing is she's going to sweet talk and sugarcoat to get Tina on board to do the show. And maybe if she does the show, they'll be able to get that album done, because it is money. At the end of the day, business is business. That's why I say family and business and money don't mix. We saw Tina sit down with her assistant trying to get her tour together. Nothing is basically going right. And basically, it's the same old Tina. She's getting stressed out. She's overworking herself, committing to a lot of stuff. And we see Erica come over trying to ask her about doing the Mary Mary gig. And she shuts Erica all the way down, which I think, and she says that Erica is selfish and wants her to stop what she's doing, but she wanted Erica to do the same thing when she felt that she wanted to do Mary Mary again. And Erica's right. She made rehearsals of clothes fitting appointments, and Tina's just not, here for it. But I think, like my sister Brittany Marbley said, they all need a check. You all check her channel out as well. She used to be Bree Bree 91100. Now she's going by Brittany Marbley. Um, we see when Tina sits down with Teddy, basically she's talking about how stressed she is. He's telling her she should do the Mary Mary gig because that's when she's the happiest. And she becomes overwhelmed and has to step outside and walks away from the dinner. He goes out there to comfort her. Um, oh yeah, I didn't really skip the part. It really wasn't important. Basically, the scene where Warren took Tina and Teddy out to lunch to butter her up to do the album, and even in that, she just shot him all the way down. It didn't matter if he lose his house. It didn't matter if they will breach contracts. It didn't matter because it's about her and she wants to share her message. Um, Now back to Mitch. He finally goes in to see Warren. Um, Warren has this mean mugging look on his face. They swap a few words, and Mitch shows him an artist that he's trying to work with named Corinne. She was on The Voice. I don't watch the show. She could sing ink from the video, from what I saw. And he wants Warren to, work with her. And Warren's like, no, I'm not going to do nothing for you because you got to apologize to Erica. And I think Warren should put his pride aside and do what's best for him business wise. I mean, Tina don't want to be in the group, or she want folks to beg her and run her down and all that. Ain't nobody got time for that. So basically, Warren said he didn't leak a story to TMZ talking about suing them and the business relationship and all of that. I don't know if he leaked the story because any publicity for some people is good. He basically doesn't feel he should owe her an apology because he keeps saying he didn't do it, leak the story. So he meets up with his potential client, Corn, and she basically gets to the meat and the potatoes of the situation, saying, "You're going to let that stop you, do the apology so we can work with them," because she doesn't want to work with Mitch if she can't work with Warren. Um, and Warren, I mean, Mitch says he gonna see what he can do because he really doesn't want to swallow that pill. I can understand if you didn't do nothing wrong, what you apologizing for. I totally agree. But sometimes, like he said, business is business. So we're gonna see if he gonna apologize to Erica. Um, we also see the scene where Tina has these gold pants on, satin. She's not feeling it for to do the show with Hunt. Um, excuse me, Hunt Erica. Um, Warren tell her it doesn't look flattering. She changed clothes and it's just the same old mirror stuff. Every time they got a show, dress rehearsal, Tina is running late, putting them behind. They eventually do the show. It was a lot of people there, including the guy from Sony. Warren don't know why he there. Tina does her song and everything, so it went on, considering she did not make sound check. Basically, the guy Tubby runs into Warren. Warren was trying to duck and dodge him. And basically, he told Warren, "You need to be a man. You need to stand up and let them know what time it is." For some reason, that guy gave me like a weird vibe, a weird feeling, like long shark type feeling. Like, what you doing? What's up with the album? And I mean, you just talked to Warren the other day. He told you the same thing. It ain't like the story gonna change when we gonna meet. Cause basically, all they kept saying is six figures. It was a six figures check. That's why I say all money ain't good money. You know, you don't, and the guy was right. Y'all took the check, you took the advance, you don't spent it or splurged it. We want our product, point blank and period. And that's very unprofessional. I think the people have gave them a nice grace period to relax, do whatever they was doing, but you owe the people an album. Business is business, or y'all need to come up out their money. If you didn't have a problem spending the money, you shouldn't have a problem getting the album together. I see Erica's on board, but I think basically before either one of them went solo, they should have fulfill their contractual obligations. So situations like this wouldn't interfere for what they're trying to do in the future. And basically Warren is like, yeah, I got to do what I got to do. So from what I'm gathering and from the clips, I'm thinking he's gonna try just basically tell Tina he gonna fire her and put that girl in her place, and Tina don't want to go for it. But I'm like, baby, you can't have it three, four, 5 ways. You can't be 1 minute you having nervous breakdowns because you're going on tour, and or you're stressed out when you do your own tour, you're stressed out when you do Mary Mary. And then when you get happy again, you down for to do everything. It doesn't work like that. You can't take people money and go shop it up, eat it up, and then you don't want to do the work. That's just laziness. And she is very selfish. I don't see a whole lot of growth and change in her. I mean, that just from my opinion of watching the show is not to bash or anything, so please be respectful in the comments. Um, but Erica did sacrifice and help out and do what she had to do when it came time for them to hit the stage. They might have had their spit, spats, and arguments and disagreements, but she showed up, and Tina was all about self. Granted, we all go through something. But if you don't go to your job, no matter what's going on in your life, and you ain't got no coin saved up, some getting cut off, or you getting put out, or some getting repoed. Bottom line, and they like I said again, they all need a check. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing this show. Do an album, do a single, do something to show good faith. Because people are not going to want to work with you if you don't stand by your word and you leaving your brother-in-law out there who you say you love so much. That's why I say, maybe them being together was never a good idea because it looks like it's more dysfunction and chaos. So I can only imagine what the beginning was. Like I said, it wasn't a whole lot. It just to me was like a filler episode, basically. You know, they were happy when Tina agreed to do the show, but like Warren said, that don't mean she gonna do the album. And she's sending them mixed signals when she can simply say yes or no, so they can go and let Sony know something. Cause that dude be all around corners, peeping, calling. He wouldn't be the type of guy I would want to deal with anyway. I do have to do Preachers of Atlanta, so instead of me doing a separate video, I'm gonna go and throw it in here because it's like 4 a.m. Um, it wasn't a lot in that show either. Basically with the Kim storyline is she had just met her husband's mom. She's been married to her husband, Mark, for 3 years. She has never met his family. And she says it's because some of them had reservations about her because she's 15 years younger than him. So to me, her whole storyline tonight seemed like a fly by night type of stuff. Like I met him, we seen each other, we fell in love. That's what it gave me. And basically, she was talking to her sons about meeting his kids, and her sons were like, "Y'all been together that long, and you ain't met none of the man family." And her son was like, "And you the wife?" I mean, he just said that so quick. He threw that zinger out there real quick. And she was basically talking about now she hadn't met him, but she's looking forward to meeting his sons, and they're protective of him. Um, we also seen with her that she's friends with the pastor Jay Haslip and his wife Christy from the Preachers of LA show, and she sits down at lunch with them and explains to them the situation, and they were taken aback like, you've been married to this man for 3 years and you have not met his family. And she was talking about that she think based on her abusive relationship that she took on the form of being scared of rejection is why she didn't push herself to really initiate a meeting with them, because she said one of his sons were going through something or had a hard time or something, and he worked through that. And Jay asked her, well, why didn't you go see them? Because they apparently live in Missouri, Mark's children. And she was like, did I put ministry over them? Do they feel like I put this before them and didn't make time? Let me get to the meat and potatoes of this show, because this show pisses me off every week. I do not like it when people try to say, in other words, to me, if I put God first and you feel rejected, I need to make you feel comforted. But your duty and your calling, you said you were called to spread the good word. I'm going to say it once again. God would never ask you or have you do anything that contradicts his word. God's supposed to come first. And if they are serious in the ministry, I'm not understanding how you get on and say little stuff like that. I don't know if you guys catch it, but she kept talking about, well, did I put the ministry over them? No, what you need to say is, did I put trying to tell people common sense stuff? Basically, your typical motivational speaker that gets 10,000 whatever amount of dollars over meeting your stepchildren. I would have taken it better like that, because when you constantly say, did I put the ministry over them? What you're trying to say, did I put God over them? And my question would be to you, do they wake you up in the morning? Do they keep you while you in slumber? That's what I wanted to ask her, because I got tired of hearing about, well, maybe I chose the church over them. What? To me, it's another way of saying, did I choose God over you? See, and that's why I say I can't take the hypocrisy because it makes no sense. Why would you say that if you're a minister? You supposed to pick God over everything. What? Did you not forget that, you know, in the end, you don't answer to man, you answer to God. I couldn't get into there for nothing. Basically, she does a conference. Jay and Christy go. She had on her tutu. That's the biggest tutu I've ever seen. I mean, it was cute. I'm not into, I don't wear them, but it's cute on little kids when I see them, with the tutus. And basically, the stepson was there. They embrace him. They talk. The entire family hugs it out. Whoop did do. Also in this episode, we see Corey, where he's off duty allegedly, because he has nothing else to do but ride around. And oops, there goes a young man he has arrested several times. And the young man gives a little bit of his backstory. And basically, he wants to turn his life around and do boxing. Corey knows some people and is willing to help him out as much as he can. The same old storyline. So the young man won't get into any more trouble. I'm not knocking positivity at all. I'm just being sarcastic with four storylines. He goes to the gym and Corey talking about, I see your potential and your growth and all this. I see how you clean up and take care of your mom and stuff. That would spook me out. How you know all my business, but I've been on the other side of the law. It's just something about him that's sneaky and off and arrogant to me. And basically, that was his storyline, trying to help the young man Antavius, and hopefully, the young man gets his life together, follows his dream, keep God first, because we did see, like they all do, the young man end up coming to church, and the mom was happy, and she's thanking Corey, for talking and helping her son. Next, the highlight that I'm gonna say once again, the hypocrisy that showed me. The level of stupidity never ceases to amaze me these days. We have Ken Jones and Judah, and this basically their storyline. Kenton getting a haircut at his home. Judah comes over. They're talking about the music and stuff that they're supposed to do together, and I guess Judah now is a rapper. But he doesn't want to be classified as a Christian rapper. He just want to make music. But the other episode, he was talking about another church, but he don't want to be classified because he doesn't want to get into the religious stuff. Then why are you on a so-called religious television show? Okay. Basically, they go to the studio, and to me, he's just a fake knockoff impersonation of trying to be Eminem, rapping real fast. He's trying to fit into the culture. They are using the slang, which I use the slang, but if I was called into ministry, no, we would not be doing that. I would not. I don't knock ones that do. It don't mesh well with me because he was giving me I want to be Eminem, and no ma'am, he can't be. Not being funny, I just didn't feel it, the beat or the song. And Canton is telling him to put God in it. If you have to tell him to put God in it, it's not coming from his heart. So it's not sincere. And when he kept saying he wanted to make this understanding of what type of music Canton said he makes and what Judah makes, he should have seen then that the guy was not interested. So why go forth? He doesn't see it your way, you don't see his way. Basically, he tells him to come out the booth because Judah messes up 2, 3 times. He said his lyrics ain't done, and Canton lets him have it with you ain't prepared, you ain't taking it serious, and this. The guy tells Canton he's not that big of a producer. He's worked with better. My question is, why are you there? And basically, they have just a fallout over different views and opinions. And later we see him meet up with his good friend, the associate pastor, Marty, that worked at the church. And Marty's another, I'm so glad to be away from the church because it was so much stress. God would never stress you. I have to look away. What are you talking about? God don't stress you. People can stress you. Things can. God is not stressing you. Why would God make you miserable if you're doing God's work. I keep telling y'all, when y'all look in them 66 books, because I'm going to pull mine out tomorrow. I'm trying to find out where their ideology and theology comes from, because God, the church was stressing me, and I was there 3, 4 times a week, and it looked like you need to be there 5, 6, 7 more times a week. I'm doing my own thing. What are you doing? And basically, Judah tells them about how him and Captain had a difference of views, the type of music he wants to just make music. And that was what Ken tell him. Won't you just say you want to be a secular artist? I've been saying about the whole show. It's a secular show with a so-called Christian tone. And when I say tone, we're going to throw God's name in there. We're going to show churches. We're going to show people falling out and shouting. But, to make us look on and watch the show. And then we're going to give you the real what we about. False doctrine, hypocrisy, lies, deceit, and many other things. And the guy, did you turn up on him? See, really, I didn't know pastors turned up on people. My kids use this terms and all that, and I even get them together. I let them slide with saying a few little things, not cursing or being disrespectful, because I know that's the culture, that's the language. They have to grow and make their own mistakes. But like I said, we was in ministry. No, we can't be the evangelists and the prophets and the what's the word, ministers and ushers turning up on folks. What? Y'all can't talk like grown people. Y'all can't reason with one another. You can't agree to disagree and still have brotherly love. Basically, we see him at the end go to Ken. He apologized. Ken prays. I didn't well, I'm gonna say why I didn't understand why Ken prayed. Because the young man is obviously telling everybody that he don't want to be a Christian. He just want to be a person that spreads positive messages. Hence, just like Kim. And people are paying hundreds and millions and thousands of dollars for common sense stuff. If you want a motivational speaker, pick up your Bible. You want a motivational speaker, pick up your Bible. You want a motivational speaker, pick up your Bible. You want sound truth, pick up your Bible. You want sound truth, pick up your Bible. Sound truth, pick up your Bible. Instructions for your life, pick up the Bible. Because I'm sick of this nonsense. Did I pick ministry over my family? I don't want to be put in a box. What? What box? Just like heaven is open every day, hell open every day. We got one or two options: heaven and hell. And no, I'm not putting nobody there, not condemning nobody. But instead of coming out faking the funk, like, I want to get the church back. And why are you want to get the church back, but you're speaking against the church? Everything against the church is negative. Church people don't understand me. Church people don't let. So all the church, it's just the church people. I know worldly people and non-believers who have a lot to say about shows like this. And even they say, what? What? We not getting it. Just like me. I don't get it. People are constantly attacking the church. The church itself is a building. A building. But the church, the flock, the people, that's the church. That's who they're supposed to be ministering to and witnessing to and speaking to. Not the building. Because the bottom line, the facade I see, I need some quick money. So I'm going to say this feel good message and, people going to pay for that. And I'm telling people, wake up. This show is full of lies, deceit, they mocking God, which really pisses me off. Did I pick ministry over family? No, you pick money over family. You didn't pick God over family, because, baby, you wouldn't be on this show doing this foolishness if you put God first. And no, ain't nobody putting you in a box but yourself. You want to be a trap beat rapper. Don't see it for you. Um, and you want people to take it and just embrace that. But then you want to slide back and get that tag money. That's all I seen. That's all I got. But anyway, I can rant on and on about that. I want you guys to check out my sister True Seeker 5000, my brother Mike B, The Ghetto View, much love from KY, Brittany Marbley, Marcus Williams for reviews of Mary Mary, and Preachers of Atlanta. I was finna say Detroit, but that's what I got. Jaden was on there with them fake sales and stuff like they ain't heard this story before. They had to make a cameo in this episode, and it looks like next week is gonna be some more foolishness and foolery turning up for the cameras. But they'll say in the name of and be in the name line. Cause like I keep telling people, God will never contradict his word. Just put it together. Why would the Lord tell you to do something to harm you? God is not the author of confusion. That's what I really should have said from the start. God is not the author of confusion. You got the wrong person you serving. I don't care how many times they say they preachers and ministers. I give them no credence. That's why I said their names. I'm not saying pastors and titles and stuff because people don't take this serious. Some don't. Not all. Some. It's cooning for coins. It's buffoonery. And I keep telling y'all, it's a thing. They keep getting all these black pastors, and it looks just like exploitation. We got trap beats. That's how I reach people. And when Judas said, even Jesus spoke in parables, but not on trap beats. Not saying he wasn't religious. Not saying did he put his father over his followers, over the sheep that he was sent to look over, witness, to speak, to heal, deliver. But yet they keep throwing, Jesus spoke in parables, so, okay. And once you realize you're not Jesus, like a lot of people need to do, you are not, you will never be. Man would never be God. We can get somewhere. See, that's the problem. Man would never be God. Jesus spoke in parables. Okay. What does that mean for you? Do that mean that you want to speak in parables? Do that mean that you feel that rap music equates parables in the Bible? I don't know. You all tell me. Because it offended me to make it like, well, I can make this type of music because Jesus spoke in parables. Really? Angels singing hymns, not parables. Angels singing hymns, not trap music. Because I don't want to be put in a box. Then why are you on the show? Because people are going to put you in a box because you're basically on a show. They're supposed to be showing Christian life and Christian walks and everything like that. Instead of being on Preachers of Atlanta, you should have been on The Voice, American Idol. What's the other show? The Rap Game, Becoming a Rapper or something like that. Then you would have been in the box of a starving artist trying to make it. You could have been taken a little more serious in my eyes. This is just my opinion. Everyone is entitled to their own. Because like I said, for Kennedy, can you put some God in it? Why would you have to ask somebody who says they're a minister or a former minister or whatever to do something? If it doesn't come from a person genuinely, they don't mean it. So what is it? A lie and hypocrisy. Because they basically showing us their hand. They're not really the traditional church. And I'm so sick of hearing that. Well, what are you? But the day will come. The day will come. And I'm just trying to hang in there to the end. I don't think I'll never do another preacher show. It has to be really Holy Ghost anointed in spirit for you. Because these lies are ridiculous and then the storylines are worse. But anyway, it's been almost 30 minutes. You guys check out those YouTubers that I mentioned. I go back to work next week, so I'm going to be doing video maybe 2, 3, 4 in the morning. Because that's when hubby's at work, kids are asleep, and it's another week before they out for spring break. So it's going to be busy, but I'm going to try to hang on in here since my fam is hanging on in here with it. But I keep telling y'all, lies, hypocrisy, false doctrine, all over it. The bottom line, they keep telling y'all and us, well, I'm saying y'all, well, the public, what they really feel about God, what they really feel about what they're doing, and they have no regrets and no bones about it because it's for the almighty dollar. Because, like I say, when somebody can show me God will contradict his word, I'm going to show you a liar. God would never contradict his word, and God would never put you in a position to be hurt. Why would he say come to him for peace and then turn around and hurt you? The blasphemy on this show, the mockery, is beyond mind blowing. But anyway, that's all I got. You guys check them YouTubers out. The True Seeker 5000, V Nix, Marcus Williams, Brittany Marbley, The Ghetto View, much love from KY, Mike B. They all do these reviews. You guys have a great and awesome weekend. I will see you guys next week. Bye.